In this video, we're going to be comparing and contrasting calisthenics versus weight training, and we're going to determine which one is going to actually be better for helping you build muscle and strength.
Come good and show them what.
All right, guys, so I thought the best way to be able, to go through this argument is to really look at the different variables of training that directly affect muscle growth. So we have these 5 variables: volume, intensity, progression, consistency, and variety. And what we're going to do is we're going to go over each variable. We're going to look at both calisthenics and weight training and see, can you effectively perform this variable of training, doing calisthenics or doing weightlifting? And we're going to come up with a point total, and whichever one has the highest point total at the end is going to be the one that's going to ultimately be better for building muscle. So we're going to look at volume first. And when I say volume, all I'm simply referring to is the amount of sets and reps that you do on a particular exercise to be able to make sure you break down the muscle enough so that it can rebuild and grow. And when you look at calisthenics, you can definitely, whether you're doing push-ups, whether you're doing pull-ups, whatever style and exercises that you're doing in calisthenics, you can definitely perform enough volume in your calisthenic work to be able to directly affect muscle growth. So calisthenics, let me get my marker, will definitely get a point for that. And weight training as well. One thing with weight training, of course, you can always, in a great weight training program, you're going to be easily be able to put up enough volume, enough reps and sets, doing your bench presses, doing your curls, doing your squats, different things like that, to be able to directly affect muscle growth as well. So weight training will get a point for that. All right, next we'll look at intensity. And intensity is a very important variable when it comes to helping you build muscle. And that's basically just going to refer to, how hard you can lift and how much you can lift compared to your 1 rep max. And when we look at calisthenics, it's very easy to get an intense enough workout with calisthenics. Easy ways you can do that is just by adding weight to your push-up, by either, adding a book pack or adding like a plate, whatever it is, just add more weight to you. Same with like a pull-up as well. A lot of them have those body weight vests to be able to just add extra weight as you get your pull-ups and other calisthenic exercise work done. So with calisthenics, it's definitely manageable for you to be able to get a high enough intensity with your lifts to be able to affect muscle growth. So we'll get a 1 for that. And for weight training, weight training and just how you're able, to control the weight that you lift and how you're able to just measure, the intensity with your weights and things that you do, honestly, is going to be a lot easier, in my opinion, compared to calisthenics. When you're weight training, whether you're bench pressing, shoulder pressing, squatting, curling, whatever it is, it's a lot easier for you to be able to get a heavy enough load compared to calisthenics. So both you can definitely lift at a high enough intensity for muscle growth, but I want to give weight training a 1.5 for this, just because it is going to be easier as far as the intensity wise to get a better intensity in your workout with weights. All right, next we'll look at progression. And a lot of people don't understand the importance of really progressing your workouts. Progression is so important when it comes to building muscle, because as your body gets in better shape and as you become more fit, if you don't properly progress as your training level gets higher and higher, you're ultimately not going to see the results that you're going to want in your muscle growth and in your fitness. So progression is huge. And when we look at calisthenics at this specific variable, there's definitely easy ways that you can progress a calisthenic training program. So, in the same way I talked about with the intensity and the load that you can lift, easy way to progress a calisthenic workout is, going from body weight push-ups now to, weighted push-ups, either with like a backpack or a weight on you. And, same with pull-ups, going from just straight body weight pull-ups to, doing pull-ups with more weight on you. So you can definitely easily progress your calisthenics workouts in a way that's going to directly affect your muscle growth and performance. So we'll get a 1 here. and weight training as well. So, easy ways you can progress a weight training program is, as you get, stronger on a certain lift, you increase that weight, you either decrease the rest time as well. That's the same with calisthenics too. If, you're doing, one set of push-ups for 10 reps and taking, a 30 or minute break, easy way you can progress that is shorten your rest time. So instead of taking that minute break, you take a 30-second break, then hit your second set of 10. So there's many different ways to progress. I'm not going to get deeply into all the progression variables you can do, but main point is both styles of training, you can definitely, add progressive overload as you get more fit and your training level gets higher to be able to affect muscle growth. So both of these will get a 1. All right, the next variable we'll look at is going to be consistency. Consistency is a very important variable when it comes to affecting muscle growth, because I don't care if you do calisthenics or weight training. If you're not consistent in your training, you're never going to see the results you want. So when it comes to calisthenics, I will say this. It's going to be a lot easier for you to be consistent in a calisthenic program. And the reason why I say that is because, in order to do calisthenics, you really don't need that much equipment or any at all to really do a calisthenic style training program. All you really need is your body weight and yourself. You don't need, a big gym. You don't need a lot of space. Like, you can literally crank out some push-ups right now and, bang, you got a calisthenics training workout in. So calisthenics is going to be a lot easier, in my opinion, to be consistent, because, when it comes to weight training, a lot of times you got to get the equipment. Weight training is not free. It's going to be a much more expensive option, whether it be a gym membership, whether it be a home gym. You're just going to have to put a lot more, resources into a proper weight training program compared to a calisthenics training program. So for that reason, we'll give calisthenics a 1.5 for this, and we'll give weight training a 1. All right, the last variable we'll look at is going to be variety. And when I say variety, I just mean the different selection and style of exercises that you can do that's going to enable you to target specific muscle groups. And when it comes to this variable right here, weight training absolutely gets the kingpin over calisthenics. When you're lifting with weights and you have a weight training style program, it's going to be a lot easier for you to target specific muscles like your biceps, like your triceps, like your quads, all those different muscles compared to a calisthenics program, because there's different exercises and things that you can do specifically in a weight training program that targets those. As compared to calisthenics, it's going to be a lot more focused around compound lifts. That's going to involve a lot of multiple muscles to be able to complete each exercise, but it's not going to be as good for being able to really target specific muscles in the exercises you do. So when it comes to that retrospect, weight training absolutely is going to be the better option for that. So we're going to give calisthenics nothing for that, and we're going to give weight training a 1 for variety. All right, guys, so when we look at the different variables of training, we compare and contrast both calisthenics and weight training to see which is better for building muscle. We see that weight training is going to ultimately be the better option, even though I want to reiterate that calisthenics and integrate calisthenics program and calisthenics training in general, you can definitely see great gains in building muscle and strength. But ultimately, when we compare which way of training is going to be better, weight training is going to be the better option. All right, guys, that's going to be it for this video, man. I hope you guys enjoyed that and got some value out of that. If you did, definitely be sure to leave a like. Definitely be sure to comment as well on any questions and feedback, man. Would love to connect with you guys more in the comments, so leave all that below. Be sure to subscribe and hit that bell notification as well, as I'm always uploading new content every week to just help you in your fitness and wellness journey, to encourage you and help you become the person that God made you to be. Definitely be sure to check out some of my other content as well. I'll leave some links in the description to some more content, as well as some end cards I think will further just help you in your fitness and wellness journey. In the end, I just want to give you guys this verse. And this verse is Ecclesiastes 4:9-10, which says, 2 are better than 1, because they have a good reward for their toil. For if they fall, one will lift up his fellow. but woe to him who is alone when he falls and has not another to lift him up. Now, I want to give you guys that verse because I think in the same way when we look at, what's going to be the most effective way for us to train our bodies and to get healthy and get fit, I think it's even more important that we look at, what's going to be the most effective way of walking out this Christian life. And, God always emphasizes community, and then having community and getting around people that, not only are people of faith, but can be there for you, can pray for you and intercede for you. I think it's so essential in just, your walk and in helping you become the person that God made you to be. So I just want to encourage you, man, the same way that, you're looking for effective ways to train, to also, man, be seeking out good, strong community to help you through this journey of life, because it will ultimately be the best way for you to walk through life and can be the thing that really helps set you free and help you become the person that God made you to be. So I just want to give you guys that. And again, I want to thank you guys for tuning into this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.